Hey, to all my female baggage droppers out there, I have a question for you. Do you like gold or silver? Well, at Brienne and Company Jewelry Store, you can find anything that you like. That's right. Brienne and Company is a jewelry boutique that has durable minimalist jewelry. She uses genuine pearls, local shells and sea glass, natural gemstones, and of course, precious metals. And these are all quality handcrafted designs by Brienne Light herself. Go and visit her at her website, brienneandco.com, or go to her Instagram that's always popping at Brienne and Company. Thanks, Brienne. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of my baggage droppers around the world, welcome to another episode of the Drop Your Baggage podcast, where we talk to people that are dope, that can bring you hope and teach you a technique that can help you cope. I'm your host, the self-talk engineer, Charles Woolfork, and today we have a magnificent, magical young lady here, Marissa Magallenes. Now, Marissa is from Sac Town. That's right, Sacramento, California area. And she is blind and low vision. She got her bachelor's degree in political science and going to get her law degree in health law. She wants to fight the good fight for her kids so she can break generational curses and allow her to be a healed person so she can carry on healthier habits for the rest of her life. And this is, I mean, she is so inspired by her two beautiful young boys. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Marissa Magallenes. What's up, Marissa?
Hello, good morning.
That
Intro, wow.
Believe me, you're going to be on stages, so you better get used to it.
Oh my gosh.
So you are an advocate and a person that is strong because of what happened to you at 16 years old with you becoming blind and low vision. Yeah
I would credit it to a lot of things, but obviously my family and how they raised me, but that definitely kind of changed my perspective on life and definitely made me realize like you can either go one of two ways. You can either like my mom says, take the lemons that are given to you, make lemonade. So that's exactly what I did. And, just going along, trying to find my way, the journey through, navigating the world as a blind, low vision person. So definitely that.
So yeah, with your upbringing and everything. So let's go back to that. So tell us about, how you grew up.
So my mom, she had me when she was 16. My parents both were young parents, and they, I think just growing up, they wanted us to be a little bit different than how they grew up, and not a mistake. I'm not saying I'm a mistake, but, just not make the same decisions that they did. So definitely strict, definitely, how would you say, just like, we had choices, but it was, I have to be careful what I say here because I know they're gonna watch this. But
are they gonna watch it?
But just a lot of structure. We were raised with a lot of structure, and just things were supposed to be a certain way. And yeah, that's how kind of I was raised. And definitely, things that happened, we used it to empower ourselves, right? So why are you laughing?
Because you're like hopscotching your words right now. I love it. I know how.
No, okay. Anyways, so what I was saying is definitely like, things that have happened in our lives, and, every family goes through stuff, and we use it to empower ourselves, right? And so I definitely grew up with that empowerment with, things that happened to us, like, okay, well, this happened, just make the most of it. So definitely was raised that way.
Definitely. I mean, that's how it is. I grew up in the hood as well, and we made the best out of what we had. So, I mean, whether it comes to my grandma being a great cook, but also still making chitlins and pig feet for some odd reason, but my grandmother.
But that's what makes your family.
Yeah, real
that's
talk.
What makes me work.
Real talk. Like we all always came together, and we always fought for one another. It was one of those things where, so when I was young, I'm talking about really, really young, from like age 1 to maybe 3, all of my family, and I'm talking about all of my family, stayed at my grandmother's 3-bedroom apartment. So that's 13 people in a 3-bedroom apartment, like, and 1 bathroom, by the way.
Wow.
Like,
I was gonna say, how do
know.
you remember that? But how can you not remember that? You know?
Such a great time with
Well,
all the family being together like that.
I know. It's so crazy because like there's times in your life where it seems like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But it's like it's not gonna be like this forever. And then you look back on it and you're like, wow, those were kind of the good days, you know? Everybody was together.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And we're so far spread far out nowadays, and or we have bigger houses where when we were at that house, we had this like small nucleus to where we all were with one another and enjoyed the time that we had with one another. Holidays were amazing.
Oh, I bet. Just being around each other. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like it's not always about holidays are not about what you get. It's definitely who you're around and just the vibe and the environment. And those are the things that you remember. You don't remember gifts.
No, like exactly. So, but like I can definitely remember the meals that we had together, the laughs that we had together, the arguments, and people storming out.
Oh, living in close quarters like that, I'm sure there were some arguments. So
I was so young though, it wasn't even in my consciousness. So, like, what were some of the things that you went through that made you stronger, when you and your family stronger?
I would definitely say, so my mom, she graduated high school and all that stuff, but she decided to go back to school. And so it definitely so now she's a nurse. Her dream has always been to become a nurse. Cool. And so she went to nursing school and doing all the prereqs and stuff like that. So at a young age she started when I was 10. And it was a process. Like, we were little, she was going to school. In a sense, it kind of made a stronger family unit, learning to work together. And also becoming more independent in the sense that, my mom wasn't going to always be there because she had a class, but also she was setting an example for us. Like, definitely, we're going to go to school, and I'm sure that was what her goal was in the end. Cause I'm sure, she always says, I did it for you guys. So definitely growing up that way. My dad also, he had a really good job through the railroad. And so sometimes there was a certain time in our lives where he would travel a lot. For 7 days, he'd be gone for a week and come back for a week. And he would travel, say, to close to the border of Canada, just everywhere, right? So again, we had to learn how to be a strong family unit so that we can make our family, work. And so they made their sacrifices for us to have better lives. And definitely that's what made all of us stronger, especially, my brother and my sister and I. So
beautiful. That's what's up. And so, I mean, you have this strong foundation with you and your sister and your mom and dad
and brother.
And your brother. Sorry. Shout out to your brother.
Don't hurt my brother.
And so now, like, fast forward to when you were 16, what happened to make you go blind and low vision?
So literally life was going as normal, right? I was in high school, 16. So I was, I think, a sophomore, junior. And literally, like, I had a lot of problems with my eyes, and sense I'd always get pink eye. I don't understand why. I'd always just get pink eye. And then one time it just got really, really bad, to the point where I was starting to lose my vision. I was in summer school because I wanted to graduate high school and start school early, or college early. So I was taking more classes. And so I was, all of a sudden I was reading something, and I noticed that my vision was starting to go. I was like, okay, maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's something in my eye, whatever. And then literally the next day I woke up, I could not see. Literally woke up, I could not see. And I was I was freaking out. I was like, Mom, she's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I cannot see. I cannot see. And she's like, what do you mean you can't see? I was like, I literally can't see. I don't know what's going on. And at that point, it wasn't completely black, but it was looking through wax paper. And it was just insane. It was just crazy. So, from there, we went to doctors. I found out I had this autoimmune disease called uveitis. So basically my body thinks that my eyes are sick and it attacks them, but they're not sick. So, it makes it basically create this inflammation, and I go blind. So, and still to this day, they don't know what causes it. It's an unknown autoimmune disease. So I can literally wake up tomorrow blind. There's days where it fluctuates a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I can wake up blind tomorrow and, you know, may not be able to see again. It's just, it comes and goes and it might not come back. So that's
could it ever go away?
No.
Because
they don't know what's causing it.
Right.
So if they can't get to the root of the problem, then, you know, unless they have some kind of like DNA gene therapy in the future, then maybe, but from right now, no. And I've already lost my left eye due to it. And I'm holding on to the right one. So
keep strong.
There's hope. But even then, you know, I'm prepared as much as I can be if I do go blind to, you know how to navigate the world like that.
How was how was it getting used to and navigating this world when you did find out like you had this autoimmune disease and everything?
It was so funny because a lot of people, I think, don't want to ask me that question because I'm sure, you know, obviously it wasn't fun, but it was literally, I was depressed, right? So just lost all my independence. I literally like just shut off from everybody, like even my friends, like I didn't even tell anybody. Like I was just so embarrassed and like, what is going on? I can't see. And then also a lot of friends kind of strayed away from me because like, what's wrong with you? So, it was not a happy time. It was hard to deal with as a teenager, as, you know, learning and coming to terms that something was wrong with me, which now it's not. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm just different. So, but at that time when I was 16 years old, like you're just so fragile, right? I mean, I was. So it was just a little bit hard. Yeah, I feel like almost a lot of 16-year-olds are like that. But it was hard. Like it was literally hard to come to terms with this. I had to stop going to school. I had to do like independent study. I was home all the time in my head. I couldn't see anything. So it's just literally in my head, you know? So, but luckily what I'm really blessed to know and to have gotten this a little bit older is I know what the world looks like, right? It's not like being born blind. So that's kind of what gave me hope. Like I could still see the world. Like we go somewhere, like, okay, I know what a tree looks like. I know what colors they are. Right. Yeah. So, but it was hard.
Yet you still stay strong. You went to college and you graduated and everything. How was it like getting outside of the house and going into that new environment? Which college did you go to?
I went to the University of Sacramento, Sacramento State.
Did you stay home?
No.
You stayed on campus?
No. Oh, no, I stayed home. Yeah. But I mean, I was taking classes there. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm just used to the online world right now. I'm like, oh no, I went to online campus.
So you're on campus, everything. So how was it like navigating through that and, you know, your college life? How was that?
Yes, it was cool, honestly. So at the time, so I started at community college and then I transferred. But at the community college, like it's just had a lot of great people and a lot of like other students that were just so everybody just empowered everybody. Just the group of people I was with, I'm like, you guys are dope. Like I want to stay here. I want y'all in my circle forever. Like you guys are cool. So, but it was really fun. And in the sense, I was like, you know what? I need to take more. So around the school, there's just things that weren't accessible, right? So I was like, how do we make a change in this? How do we make a change in like making it more accessible?
What type of things?
Like stairs, not having the yellow strip on it, or, you know, making sure that all the doors worked, like things like that, right? So I was like, how do we do this? And I found out about the Student Senate. So I got involved with the Student Senate. I was like, I need to go straight to the source here. So I got voted into the Student Senate. And then the next year I said, you know what? I want to do something a little bit bigger. I want to be the president of the school. So I ran for presidency. I won the presidency. And so then I was just making changes like that. So I feel like I empowered myself, like how my parents taught me to do, to empower myself and not be like, oh, like make the changes that I want to be done, right? Things are going to be done unless you do it. So that's definitely how it was at the community college. Then I transferred to Sac State. And from there, just they have a lot of great things for people with disabilities, right? So definitely was, in a sense, great. It was easy to navigate because I had all the resources to go through about college and stuff like that. Of course, everybody has their moments, just why am I in school? Like, what am I doing? But got through it. And yeah, I got my bachelor's in political science.
What were some of those things that Sac State had that were so beneficial to you?
So they had like a designated lab for people with disabilities, right? So I always had a computer that like could zoom in. It would read to me. I can take my books and it, like scan it and read it for me. Just a bunch of different little things that made my life easier. They had my books on tape or on CD. They just called it tape, but I was able to just read it and listen to it, and just the designated area where it was for disabled people, and that you didn't feel so like awkward or anything, just because, I don't know, they just made it a safe space for people with disabilities. So they definitely had that lab. And just also like when registration, I get priority registration. So, and they give me my accommodations. I got to sit up in class. It wasn't awkward. Like, can I sit up here, ask somebody to move? Like I just sit there. They already knew. So things like that made it where I felt normal, but you know what I mean? Like I felt like I didn't have to kind of tell people what was wrong with me or what I had, and then make it like a thing. So
that's okay. So first of all, shout out to Sacramento State, because they did it right.
Oh, yeah.
That is so amazing. And you talked about this like sense of normality. What is normal to you now?
Just who I am now.
Yeah.
And I had to get over that. Like, I'm not, what is normal?
Exactly.
I had to sit down and talk about what is normal.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean? What is this picture of normal to you? Right. And for the longest, I wanted to be normal. I'm like, what does that even mean? And I feel like I struggled with that for so long, like trying to fit in and make it so people didn't know that I was visually impaired, because like people always tell me like, I didn't even know you had a vision problem. Like I look at you, you don't look blind. I'm like, well, what is a blind person supposed to look like? Right. So anybody could be blind or visually impaired, I guess, because I don't have my cane out all the time. So, but I had to come to terms with that. Normal is who I am as a person. It's who you are. There's no set standard of what normal is. Right. So.
I agree. I think that we're all unique. And the more that we try to break out of a standard of normality, the better off we will be, the more authentic we are, the better too. Like real recognizes real and respects it. So trying to be normal and mediocre is just so, I don't know how to explain it.
And it's also exhausting.
Yes.
Like it's exhausting. How you don't even know what normal is, and then you're trying to be it. So that just makes no sense. Like I literally had to talk to myself in the mirror one time. Like, I don't know if you do this, but I do. I'm only crazy one. But like you are who you are, like, and I feel like the power of being vulnerable and speaking our truths is what makes us more comfortable in our own skin. Right. So definitely like, okay, you have this vision problem. That's what makes you who you are. There's nobody like you. Right. So it was really hard for me for a long time to come to terms with the fact that I had this visual impairment. I was blind, so.
How old were you when you came to that realization? Because that's a beautiful realization and it's like the best thing ever. But how old were you? It took a
long time. Honestly, when I became a mom. And so my oldest is 4, so 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I had to come to realization with that is because for the longest time, I tried to like be normal and, try to do things a certain way. But when you become a parent, for me, it's like, you can't hide that. Like you're going to do things differently, especially because I'm a low vision blind mom. And if I sit here and try to be a perfect mom, I'm going to go crazy. So for me, and that's exactly why I wore this shirt today, Raising Tomorrow, because dropping this baggage and all this stuff is going to make in turn me a better person, a better mother, a better daughter, sister. And so definitely come to realization when I became a parent, like a mom, like I can't be this way. Like there's no way I can sit here and be critical of myself because my children are going to learn how to do that. And I don't want them to be that way. So
that's another
4 years ago.
That's another generational curse that you're breaking right there. That's huge.
Gotta stop. It has to stop. So it has to.
So like, and now with you looking at yourself as this mother, and also with you looking at yourself as just someone that needs to empower others, what made you want to go and get your law degree?
So this is a little goes back to the empowerment, right? So I always felt, so it's a mixture of two things. I want to, because I feel like that's just something I want to do. I want to help others. I feel like that definitely is something that's part of my family. Like we just love to help others, and not in the sense like save them, but like just be of service to people, be a good person, you know? So I definitely felt like I can do that with health law, because we were just so lost as a family, like with insurances and dealing with doctors and navigating the health system. It was hard. So I was like, oh no, this is just, there's a lot of things that happened. I was like, we should have sued. But I also wanted to be there and, you know, be there for families that were like us and help them. So that's part of it. But also I always felt like as a person with a disability, I felt kind of like people thought I was not going to do anything because of my problem. So in a sense, like it's because I want to, but also I didn't want to not do anything because I want to do something with myself, and I didn't want anything to hold me back. So it's those two things.
So you got a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
No.
No.
No. But in a sense, like, I don't want to let people down.
Oh.
I don't want to let people down because I feel like we were taught to always be strong, right? And do something with ourselves. And I always felt like I always feel obligated because just the sacrifices that my family did as immigrants to come here into the United States to give me a better life, that I feel like I can't let them down. I need to do something great with my life so their sacrifices don't go in vain, basically.
You see, there's a pattern that I can already see in which you step up to make sure that you serve others in a major way. So, and for the stories that you just told me, it started in college. In college, you saw that there was a need for individuals with disabilities. Therefore, you ran for Senate, and then you went ahead and rose and went for president and won. Fast forward, you have kids, and all those kids are going to be in need. Those kids are going to need you. So you had to get your shiz together mentally,
literally.
Like, right?
Still trying to.
I got your back, right? Mentally and emotionally, and you had to look in the mirror and decide who you are. But you stepped up and did it. And now, with you getting your degree in health law, you're doing it once more.
Yes.
You're consistently raising the bar, just like your mother did. You're following in her footsteps.
Dang. It's true. I mean, my mom's an amazing woman, so I can only be half the woman she is. But no, definitely.
I don't know about what. I don't think that's accurate. I think that you're doing what she's doing and taking it to a different level. She's had her fair share of difficulties and challenges, and they're different, and yet you have yours and you're overcoming them like no other. You're defying the odds.
Trying to. And so that's exactly why, when we spoke, I feel like, I've done things in my life and I'm proud of them, and it's hard for me to be proud of them because I always feel like I need to do more, but I feel like just a heavy burden, right? Just that I need to do more. And I don't want to be that way because I want to be happy with the things that I do. That way I can be a better just live in the moment in the sense, like, and teach my kids that, like, yes, be proud of what you're doing and be content with what you're doing because you are enough, basically.
So 2 questions. Number 1, what are some of those things that you're proud of that you've done in the past?
We're going to go here. Oh my gosh. It's hard for me to say these things.
No,
it is hard. It's hard for me to talk about.
If you would have told me in the beginning, I would have put them in your intro, but you didn't. So let me know. Go for it.
Things that I'm proud of.
Yes.
Man. So I would say number 1 thing, I'm proud of how this is hard for me. That, you know, life throws curveballs and I can make what I can with them, right? So I try to do my best with it. And I am proud of myself for that reason. You know, that I don't, you know, of course everybody has their moments, but I make them the best of my situations. 2, I would say going to school, navigating college, and, you know, as a woman of color and, you know, being one of the first in my family to get my bachelor's degree and then going for higher education. So I am proud of myself for that. And, you know, thanks to a lot of people in my family. So
keep going.
Oh my gosh. The 3rd, I would say that I'm not scared to try new things, you know, definitely go and do what I think I want to do. So just, you know, I do boxing and people are like, why are you going to go boxing? You're going to get punched in the face. That's fine. You know, I'll just do that. So I want to try things and not limit myself because my disability kind of limits me in certain ways. Like I can't drive. So why would I limit myself more?
Touche. Holy cow. Reverse it. Let's go back. You said you box.
Oh, yeah. I'm a boxer.
That blows
not
my
like
mind.
A legit fighter.
No,
like,
I know.
Boxing. Like, I go to a boxing academy. My coach is dope. They're all cool. Like, and they know that I can't see, but they still, you know, I appreciate that about them. They treat me like I'm normal. Like,
got you.
Like I can see, but I'm like, when I can, I'm like, all right, chill out.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That is fascinating. Super cool that you are a blind and low vision person that boxes. You know what I mean? Like that's super cool. All right. 2nd question. What does that weight feel like that you always have to do more?
It feels like holding like bags of sand on me, like just, you know, I want them to go off, but like they just don't come off. So like I feel like they were rocks and then now it's sand and then it's just like it's still there though. Like it's still there. Like I try to do the work to, you know, be more proud of who I am and all these things and doing the work of like coming to realization of the things I need to work on for myself, but it still feels like it's there, right? So like I've done things like try to release it and all these things, and it just feels like it's still there. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like carrying bags of sand on me. Like, oh my gosh, I can't. I have a lot of people that I don't want to let down.
Mm-hmm. Is it what emotions go with it?
I would say a lot of I would say anger, a lot of maybe self-doubt. And then, I would say those are the 2 major ones.
2 major ones, anger and self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump right into it. So on the Drop Your Baggage podcast, we talk to people that are dope that can bring you hope and teach you a technique that can help you cope. And this technique, of course, is a Neuro Linguistic Programming technique called mental and emotional release. I am not a social worker, a counselor, a therapist, psychologist. I'm just this dope dude that's helping people out there heal themselves. No, I'm just kidding.
Doing the good work.
I'm doing the good work, son. No. But and in all honesty, like I'm none of those things. I'm just the alternative to help you with your mindset. If you, for anybody that's in the crowd, excuse me, I'm going to talk to the audience real quick.
Oh, that's fine.
For anybody that wants to know more about neuro linguistic programming and the modality that I use in this, please go to charleswoolfork.com, and I have a bunch of information there. So, which one is heavier for you, anger or doubt?
Probably they're kind of the same, but I would say maybe anger.
Anger? Why anger?
That's a hard question. There's a lot of different things, but I would say I get angry in the sense that I feel like I don't live my life to the fullest because of my visual impairment, which I know is not true, but I get angry about it sometimes.
Got you.
And not like the why me, but just frustrating, right? So
the frustration also might come from the doubt as well. How does that affect you in your life and in everyday life?
I would say it doesn't allow me to enjoy the moments that I'm in, right? Because I'm always just hyper aware of things and hyper aware of like not being a bother to people in a sense, because I know everybody worries about me. So I get angry because I'm like I feel like I'm a bother, like a burden to people, and I don't want to be that way. So it affects me every day in that sense.
Got you. And like, by the way, how are you burdening anyone?
I just feel like they worry about me.
Who told you that they worry about you?
Nobody. That's the thing.
Right?
I just feel that way.
Right?
It's just this thing that's in my head. I feel like I bother people, not bother, but like I worry them, right? So even though they haven't told me, but in the sense, like I feel that way.
It's just that's what's going on in your mind. And it makes you angry because you don't want to bother anyone.
Or I want to be the one, like you said, I want to be the one that helps people.
You don't want to be. Do you want to be helped? Is that the thing? Or it's like, I got this.
It's hard. No, I think it's hard for me to ask for help. Like, because I don't want to worry them. So it's all intertwined.
Got you. Understood. Man, I thought we were going to get rid of which one would be more beneficial, and which is heavy. You said the anger would be heavier for you, but you wanted to do I'm not good enough before. Since anger is heavier, you want to get rid of that one on the air, and we'll release the other one later.
Yeah,
because it's heavier.
Yeah, I think so. No, I definitely think so. The anger thing it needs to go.
Yeah,
that one needs to go. So,
how does it feel in your body? Go to that place right now where you don't want to be, or don't want to be worrisome, or don't want anyone to worry about you. How does that make you feel in your body?
Ugh. It just makes me feel like sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
it makes me feel sick. It makes me feel like those things, like you're saying, like the self-doubt. It just makes me feel like I'm less of a person.
And you feel it in your stomach, you said. Is there any other part of your body? In
my stomach, and my here, in my heart, like it just weighs down on me, like the bags of sand, like just right here, definitely right here on my shoulders.
Boom. So heart, shoulders, stomach. Let's get rid of that baggage, huh?
Yes, let's do it.
It's like, this is what I've been waiting for. Is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to release this anger today and for you to be aware of it consciously? Oh, all right. Let's back up. Okay. I get so excited. Oh my gosh, I get so excited. So there's 3 things that you need to do in order for this process to be outstanding and profound. Number 1, you need to use your imagination.
Okay.
Number 2, you need to follow directions, just like you follow a recipe in a Google Maps. And And number three, you need to trust the process. Know that I'm your guide.
Okay.
I'm going to be leading you through this easily and effortlessly.
All right. Sounds good.
And we got to create your timeline. Your past can be to your left, to your right, or behind you. If you were to know, where's your past?
You mean which way?
Left, right, behind.
Left.
Where's your future? First answer, go.
In front of me.
There you go. Good job. My past is also to my left. Very good. Cool. And like you said, it's all right with your unconscious mind for you to release this anger today and for you to be aware of it consciously. Now, I'm gonna remind you of this later, but I want you to get rid of as many triggers as possible, because that anger is a trigger. For every single event in your past, that's a trigger, right? Because you can go back to that memory and you can be triggered by it. So I want you to go over as many events in your past as possible when the time is right. And I'll let you know when that time is right. Okay?
All righty.
Don't start squirming. You better. All right. Let's get it.
Oh my God. All right.
What is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected, that will cause this problem to disappear. If you were to know, when was the first time that you felt anger between the ages of birth and 7? How old were you?
Probably 6.
6? Do you have a specific event in mind?
Yes.
Do you mind sharing it? If not, that's okay.
I can share some of it. Not with details or anything, but it was my first encounter with, I guess, law enforcement. And it was directed towards me, and it was at my school, and they were supposed to be there to help, but they were not. Made me feel very vulnerable, and it just amplified a situation that didn't need to be. And so I felt angry there because they weren't there to help.
Understood. Huh. Who was worried about you in that situation?
Who was worried? Probably my teacher.
Your teacher?
My teacher thought something was going on, and law enforcement was called, and it was not even like that. So
Understood. Gotcha. All right. So you can go ahead and close your eyes and relax, and let me know when you're ready for the process to drop your baggage.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Now, just imagine floating outside of your body as if though you were a spirit or energy. And just imagine floating above yourself right here, right now, hovering above yourself, looking at yourself from a third person point of view, like a fly on the wall. See your Raising Tomorrow shirt, your black chair, the table to your right, the screen in front of you. I think that's a lamp in there as well.
Yes, I see myself.
Yes. All right. Now, just imagine floating up above your timeline and float deeper and deeper and deeper into the past, above the dinosaurs during the prehistoric age. Let me know when you're above the dinosaurs.
I'm there.
All right. Now, as you're above the dinosaurs, just imagine floating deeper and deeper and deeper into space, to where space and the atmosphere connects. And imagine your timeline is the size of a fingernail. Let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
All right, listen closely. Float very, very high above your timeline, above each and every event in which you felt anger from birth until now in chronological order. Don't skip one event that has a charge on it. Preserve the learnings and let go of that anger all the way back to now. Go. And when all the anger is gone, you let me know. Every single event is a trigger. And every time you change your perspective upon the event, it releases the trigger. Every single event that you change your perspective on is a major breakthrough. Have as many breakthroughs as possible. Focus your attention upon how you're a survivor. Hurt people hurt people. We're all doing the best that we can with the resources and consciousness that we have. We can't control anyone else's actions, but we can control our response. We can grow stronger and wiser and learn from people's actions and mistakes. Other people's actions have nothing to do with you. It's only a reflection of their baggage and whatever they're going through at the time. And we're better people than we were when those events occurred. You're a better person than you were when those events occurred.
Okay. I released the anger from the major moments.
Awesome. Flow down into your body and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back.
Whew. Wow.
How was that?
That was emotional, like crying a little bit, but it made me realize a lot of things, you know. Like you said, hurt people, and they didn't know better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't my fault. Oh,
very good.
that is crazy. I literally feel so light.
Yeah. How do your shoulders feel now?
Like I don't know, it feels like I'm light, it just lifted off. I don't know, it's weird. Like those, like I said, those sandbags, it just slipped off.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom. How's your hey?
What? What just happened?
You just dropped some baggage, girl. What are you talking about?
Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't help but laugh because this is crazy. Wow. Thank you so much.
Of course. You showed up for your divine appointment. Thank you.
Wow. That is really crazy.
How does your heart feel?
It feels like right now I can feel like it's beating. I feel like I can feel things like it's like working properly, if that makes sense. I don't know, like it wasn't before. Like everything was just so numb, it felt like, and now I feel it. That's crazy. And then my shoulders, like I just got a massage. Like that's what I'm saying. It feels crazy.
Like I got a massage.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. No, I'm serious. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm serious. Audience, I'm not joking. This is crazy. He's doing the good work over here. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Wow. Like, no, I'm serious. Really, thank you.
You're so welcome. Yes. How does your stomach feel?
It feels not like it did. Like I don't have a pit in my stomach when I think about like I'm thinking about those situations, and it doesn't make me feel so cringy anymore. Like, wow.
So yeah, think of all the situations that you thought of before that got you into that state, and it doesn't get you back into that state.
No, right. I'm thinking about it right now, and just no, it doesn't make me feel the same way before.
Very cool.
That is really cool. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just still like in shock right now.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been carrying this weight around?
Since I was 6 years old.
Wow. Like that way, like that much, huh? That long?
That much. It was, and I'm 31 now.
Great. So over 25
a long time.
years. Yeah.
And it's dial just went away in like 5 minutes. I've been carrying that for like a long time.
Yeah, wow. Decades. Good stuff. I want you to imagine. Okay, do you smell bacon?
No.
Okay. Now I asked that question to get your mind off of that other stuff.
I'm like, wait, no.
I want you to imagine going out into the future to an unspecified time in the future, in which if the same thing would have happened in the past, you would have felt anger. But it's the future now. So see if you can find that old emotion, or you may find that you cannot.
No.
What if you're in a situation where like you're around a bunch of your friends and family and you used to think that they worried about you? How does that make you feel now?
It doesn't make me worry that they're worrying about me. In that sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like that they just care about me. It's not worrisome that they just care.
Yeah. It's a shift, that one word, from worry to care.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I'm over here I'm worried about their worry, but they're just caring.
Right. So would you say that you're more in a space of receiving nowadays?
Yeah, I would say I feel more like receptive and more receiving, and that I don't feel like I have a wall up right now at this moment, like, and that I can learn from every situation. I don't have to be so on guard about things.
Yeah.
And I think that was the anger.
What were you on guard for?
I guess people worry about me.
Yeah. So you're like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I know you just care.
Yeah. Sounds a little softer.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So you say you've been carrying this around since you were 6 years old, and wow, what an event! So your teacher thought something was up, or like, and then it was like, okay, now I don't want anybody to worry about me. right, never again. Wow, what a manifestation of that, all of that.
What was that?
I said, what a manifestation.
Of
that. Like that's how you interpreted it.
Now that I think about it, that's crazy. I was 6 years old and that's what I took from it. And it's literally been something that has followed me forever. I don't want anybody to worry about me. I don't want to cause any issues.
Yeah. And like it's brought you all these different type of emotions as you've gone through your journey with being blind and low vision. And
yeah.
Wow. Crazy weight.
Yes. Not anymore.
I know, right?
Well, I'm serious. This is wild. What
are you gonna do with that weight off your shoulders now? Like, what do you see life looking like?
I feel like it's gonna make me more receptive, like you said, receptive and more kind to myself. More kind to myself. It's okay to mess up.
How weren't you? What was unkind in the way that you were treating yourself before?
The things I'd say in my head to myself. So definitely think just not nice things.
Oh yeah, I know.
Making things way bigger than they are. Like, okay, chill out. Like, so definitely using kinder words, because our thoughts become our reality. If we keep saying those things to us, then we're gonna think that way of ourselves, and I know it's not true.
100%. And now there's a different conversation.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
You're so welcome. Thank you for showing up for your divine appointment.
Yes.
And make sure that you go over and thank Brandy as well.
No, definitely. Oh my God. I was literally just saying, like, wow, Brandy, what kind of blessing?
I know, right?
I love you, Brandy. You're awesome. And thank you.
Of course. What could you please leave us with one more bit of words of wisdom?
I would say that, that the world already tries to limit us, and don't limit yourself. Be open to everything, opportunities, and don't be afraid to try things.
Amen. I love it. Thank you so much again for showing up for your divine appointment. And thank you all out there for your attention and your support and your love. I love each and every one of you all. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, or not Instagram, if you're on YouTube or Facebook and you're watching this, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And if you're on a podcast platform, you can hit the like button, I think, and give a brother 5 stars and some feedback. I love you all. And until next time, I love you all out there. Take care of yourself and take care of one another. Peace.